In the next segment tonight, attacking the candidates, we asked our pal Frank Luntz to show 2 political ads to 30 undecided voters in St. Louis and report back to us. The ads are attacks. Let's begin with the anti-Trump ad.
I got shot down over Vietnam and spent 11 months in a POW camp. What Donald Trump said about our members of the military being captured is a disgrace.
He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured.
When you fly over enemy territory, the odds might be against you being able to come home. Donald Trump doesn't understand the weight of sending Americans into harm's way. He's unfit to be president.
All right, joining us now from Houston, Frank Luntz. Was that who took that ad out? Do you know, was that a PAC ad or a Hillary Clinton? What was it?
I believe that was a PAC ad, but, you know, voters can't tell the difference.
No, they don't know.
So it's really not, they don't know.
It was a good ad. It was a slick piece. That's why I'm asking. Whoever put that ad together, and you could see that even Trump supporters or people who lean to Trump thought it was an engaging ad, correct?
Yeah, two points from that ad. First is you can actually hear my voice in the background. I'm the guy who asked Donald Trump that question about John McCain, and it's very strange to see my own voice or hear my voice.
I didn't know that.
In an ad. And second is that a veteran, a military veteran, is the single most trusted profession in America today when it comes to politics, even more than teachers, nurses, or small business owners. So the fact that the Clinton campaign is using a veteran to attack Donald Trump is a very smart and very effective thing to do, and I expect you're going to see more of that over the final 3 weeks.
All right, now let's go with the anti-Clinton ad. Roll it.
Why aren't I 50 points ahead, you might ask?
Maybe it's because the director of the FBI said you lied about your emails.
There was classified material emailed.
Or maybe it's because your policies have allowed ISIS and terrorism to spread. Or maybe it's because you call Americans deplorable.
You could put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables. Why aren't I 50 points ahead, you might ask?
Do you really need to ask?
All right, so why did that ad work?
It worked because it was Hillary Clinton's voice. It was her own words. It was her insulting voters as opposed to challenging Trump. And frankly, it worked because the #1 weakness for Hillary Clinton is her integrity. So you've got the Trump campaign focusing on integrity. You've got the Clinton campaign focusing on Trump's persona. Both campaigns are hitting it dead on, which is why, Bill, there's a higher percentage of negativity towards both candidates than in any election.
Okay. Now, tomorrow night, as you know, the last chance for both candidates to reach tens of millions of people directly. Let's take Trump first. 45 seconds. What does he have to do?
The first thing he has to call for a forensic audit of the budget. It is where Trump is at his strength. The American people believe a businessman can hold and want to hold Washington accountable. That's what does it. Second is that he needs to give people a feeling for who would be a Secretary of State, Secretary of Defense, and Secretary of the Treasury. That tells him he'll surround himself with smart people. And third, he needs to ask a simple question. Are we safer today than we were 8 years ago? And as Secretary of State, did Hillary Clinton make us safer than we were 8 years ago? The answer for most Americans is no. That's
it's the same. It's the Reagan line. Are you better off? Trump came out today and said he wants term limits. Is that people care about term limits?
It's not a high priority for president, but I'll tell you, it polls at about 65% support.
Right.
So the American people would look at that and say,
that was
it's a good thing.
That was new today. All right. And what does Hillary Clinton have to do tomorrow night?
She needs to continue to ask questions such as, do you, and she should look straight at the camera, do you have faith and confidence in Donald Trump as commander-in-chief? Because that is where Trump is at his weakest. And she needs to continue to ask him questions rather than challenging him. Those questions he cannot answer. So I would advise her to come up with a couple policy points where the American people would expect that you have to know this to be effective as president and to challenge him that way.
All right. Very good, Frank. We appreciate it. Thank you.